This is Santa Kurai, Secretary, All Manipur Nupi Manbi Association, AMANA, which is a state event for the transgender community. And today's sit-in protest has been organized by different organizations. But actually, we have come out today's sit-in protest not as a transgender community, but as a native of Manipur. We have seen the constant terror, the extensive terror that people have faced in the state. So we have certain demands to the state and also to the Indian government, because when we look into this current scenario, we just cannot confine the conversation and also our critical point of view between the killings of these two communities. If we wanted to actually know the roots, the critical understanding of the larger Indian politics, for example, the influx of central forces in the state in the name of protecting the peoples of Manipur, which is not really true at all, because even yesterday also there is indifferences and fight between the Assam Rifles and the Manipur state forces, because that also a very vivid example of the indifferences and also the larger political interest of the Indian government to the state. And the other thing is the nature of dependency, that the state has always dependent to the center to deal with any situation that's taking place in the state, which is very unfortunate for us, because it really shows that the leaders are not efficient enough to protect the peoples of Manipur. Every conflict, every crisis happens in Manipur, they will request the center to send Central Army. So this is something which we need to have a very clear understanding of the larger political agenda of the Indian government, which is really suppressing and oppressing the peoples of Manipur, joining hands and power with the state government. So it's been very long, 31 days in this digital era, suppressing information and suspension of internet for 31 days, you imagine. Because now we are living in the digital era, and internet is a lifeline for many of the people in terms of employment, in terms of other opportunity. This has been taken away, completely taken away by this conflict. And there are also other issues, other things that we can get humanitarian aid from the external funders and all external supporters. But because of the suspension of internet, we have limited accessibility to internet, and this also is a very big challenge in terms of getting humanitarian aid from the external funders and external supporters. So the government is, according to me, the government is responsible to deal with the situation, and we demand the accountability of the state and also the central government, because they have failed to commit to their accountability. Instead, they are deliberately trying to continue this conflict for their political interests, and the peoples of Manipur are now in a situation which we are facing food crisis, we are facing economic crisis. For example, 1,500 liters of water cost 1,000 rupees, 1,200. You imagine how people will survive in this condition. So immediately, even we do not want to demand peace also. Peace is not possible. But how do we rediscover the trust, belongingness and love that was once the foundation of forming Manipur, that is lost with this conflict? And the other thing is, like, why the Indian government doesn't have a refugee law? Manipur is a very sensitive zone, not only Manipur, but the neighboring state like Arunachal Pradesh, which is border to China, and Mizoram, border to Burma, Bangladesh, Meghalaya, border to Bangladesh. So all these states are very vulnerable in terms of geographical location. And we have this, at any point of time, we can get attacked from the external illegal migrants. So the India government should have a refugee law properly put in place, so that accordingly they will have a policy and program to take care of that situation.
Transgender Health and Wellness Center ki Center Manager oina leibani aduga akhoi ngasi sigi silliba kano si sit-in protest e organization yam yame akhoi All Manipur Nupi Manbi Association laire asiki agi organization kano Maruploi Foundation Transgender Health and Wellness Center adigi SASO ki member akhoi mayam pulap pulle adubu masidi akhoi organization represent tawra thulokpanate as a native indigenous Manipuri amo oina Manipuri praja amo oina tholokpani handak Manipur ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯇꯪꯗꯨ ꯂꯩꯇꯥꯗꯕ ꯑꯃ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯐꯤꯕꯝꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯁꯨꯝ ꯃꯇꯝ ꯀꯨꯏꯅ ꯂꯤꯁꯥꯡꯁꯤꯅ ꯈꯥꯡꯉꯒ ꯂꯥꯛꯄ ꯑꯋꯥꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯍꯟꯗꯛꯇꯤ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯍꯦꯟꯖꯟꯅ ꯑꯀꯤꯕ ꯑꯃꯒ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯅ ꯐꯥꯎꯔꯦꯕ ꯍꯟꯗꯛ ꯌꯨꯅꯤꯌꯟꯒꯤ ꯍꯣꯝ ꯃꯤꯅꯤꯁꯇꯔ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯝꯃꯦ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯗ ꯊꯣꯛꯏꯕ ꯏꯔꯥꯡꯁꯤꯒ ꯃꯔꯤ ꯂꯩꯅꯅ ꯃꯥꯅ ꯀꯣꯟꯀ꯭ꯔꯤꯠ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒ ꯂꯣꯡ ꯇꯥꯔꯝ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯁꯁꯇꯦꯅꯦꯕꯜ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯔꯤꯖꯣꯂꯨꯁꯟ ꯑꯃ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯝꯗꯅ ꯃꯇꯝ ꯊꯥꯔꯝꯃꯒ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯗꯒꯤ ꯆꯠꯈ꯭ꯔꯕ ꯃꯇꯨꯡꯗ ꯀꯔꯝꯕ ꯔꯤꯖꯣꯂꯨꯁꯟ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒ ꯀꯔꯝꯕ ꯋꯥꯐꯝ ꯑꯃ ꯊꯝꯃꯒꯗꯣꯏꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯣ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯐꯥꯎꯕ ꯈꯪꯗ꯭ꯔꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯔꯦꯁꯂꯦꯁꯅꯦꯁ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯗ ꯂꯥꯡꯇꯛꯅꯕ ꯑꯃ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯐꯥꯎꯔꯒ ꯂꯩꯕꯁꯦ ꯁꯤꯁꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯄꯥꯝꯗꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯄꯤꯁ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯍꯟꯅ ꯍꯟꯖꯤꯜꯍꯟꯕ ꯄꯥꯝꯃꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯏꯟꯇꯔꯅꯦꯠ ꯁꯔꯚꯤꯁ ꯉꯁꯤ ꯊꯥ ꯑꯃ ꯆꯨꯞꯅ ꯅꯨꯃꯤꯠ 30ꯅꯤ ꯊꯤꯡꯉꯛꯄ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯦ ꯅꯨꯃꯤꯠ 30ꯅꯤ ꯊꯤꯡꯉꯛꯄ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯤ ꯏꯟꯐꯣꯔꯃꯦꯁꯟ ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯦꯁ ꯇꯧꯍꯟꯗꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯦ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯃꯤꯑꯣꯏꯕꯒꯤ ꯍꯛ ꯁꯨꯝꯃꯠꯄꯅꯤ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯗꯤ ꯏꯟꯇꯔꯅꯦꯠꯇ ꯕꯦꯁ ꯇꯧꯔꯒ ꯕꯤꯖꯤꯅꯦꯁ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯃ ꯇꯧꯔꯤꯕ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯇꯣꯉꯥꯟ ꯇꯣꯉꯥꯟꯕ ꯁꯤꯟꯐꯝꯗ ꯇꯧꯔꯤꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯦ ꯏꯟꯇꯔꯅꯦꯠꯇ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯂꯥꯏꯐꯂꯥꯏꯟ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯉꯥꯛꯇꯅꯦꯕ ꯁꯤ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯦ ꯅꯝꯁꯤꯜꯂꯒ ꯊꯝꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯤꯁꯨ ꯏꯟꯐꯣꯔꯃꯦꯁꯟ ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯦꯁ ꯇꯧꯍꯟꯗꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯤꯁꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯄꯥꯝꯗꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯒ ꯕꯣꯔꯗꯔ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯦꯠ ꯑꯃ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯤꯕ ꯃ꯭ꯌꯥꯟꯃꯥꯔꯗꯒꯤ ꯃ꯭ꯌꯥꯟꯃꯥꯔꯗꯤ ꯃꯤꯂꯤꯇꯔꯤ ꯋꯥꯔ ꯇꯠꯇꯅ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯂꯝꯗꯝꯅꯤ ꯃꯣꯏꯗꯒꯤ ꯆꯪꯉꯛꯈꯤꯕ ꯔꯤꯐ꯭ꯌꯨꯖꯤ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯔꯤꯐ꯭ꯌꯨꯖꯤ ꯀꯦꯝꯞꯇ ꯊꯝꯈꯤꯕꯗꯣ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯀꯗꯥꯏꯗ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯇꯧꯔꯒ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯒꯦ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥꯗ ꯔꯤꯐ꯭ꯌꯨꯖꯤ ꯂꯣ ꯀꯔꯤꯒꯤ ꯂꯩꯇꯕꯅꯣ ꯔꯤꯐ꯭ꯌꯨꯖꯤ ꯂꯣ ꯂꯩꯇꯕꯅ ꯃꯔꯝ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯔꯤꯐ꯭ꯌꯨꯖꯤꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯅ ꯀꯗꯥꯏꯗ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯇꯧꯔꯒ ꯂꯩꯔꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯣ ꯈꯪꯗꯕꯁꯦ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯄꯣꯠꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯃꯤꯄꯥꯏꯕ ꯑꯃ ꯐꯥꯎꯏ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯁꯤꯁꯨ ꯇꯁꯦꯡꯕꯗꯤ ꯒꯚꯔꯟꯃꯦꯟꯠꯅ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯟ ꯑꯥꯔꯃꯤ ꯃꯇꯝ ꯄꯨꯝꯅꯃꯛꯇ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯗ ꯏꯔꯥꯡ ꯑꯃ ꯊꯣꯛꯄ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯟ ꯑꯥꯔꯃꯤꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯦꯡ ꯂꯧꯋꯤ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥ ꯌꯨꯅꯤꯌꯟ ꯒꯚꯔꯟꯃꯦꯟꯠꯀꯤ ꯃꯇꯦꯡ ꯂꯧꯋꯤ ꯑꯗꯣ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯡꯗꯤ ꯏꯁꯥꯅ ꯁꯤꯠꯆꯒꯗꯕꯅꯤ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯝꯃꯒꯁꯨ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯐꯥꯎꯕꯗ ꯏꯔꯥꯡ ꯀꯟꯇ꯭ꯔꯣꯜ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯉꯝꯗꯦ ꯇꯝꯄꯥꯛꯀꯤ ꯂꯝꯗ ꯄꯨꯡ ꯈꯔ ꯀꯥꯔꯐ꯭ꯌꯨ ꯄꯥꯡꯊꯣꯛꯑꯒ ꯏꯔꯥꯡ ꯅꯦꯝꯗꯕ ꯃꯥꯟꯕ ꯂꯥꯏꯔꯕꯅ ꯅꯝꯅ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯖꯥꯅ ꯅꯝꯅ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯦꯠ ꯑꯣꯏꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯍꯤꯡꯅꯕꯒꯤ ꯏꯀꯣꯅꯣꯃꯤꯒꯤ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯁꯦꯟꯗꯥꯟ ꯂꯝꯕꯤ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯃ ꯇꯧꯅꯕꯗ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯊꯕꯛ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯃ ꯇꯧꯅ ꯇꯥꯔꯒꯁꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯏꯔꯥꯡꯁꯦ ꯅꯦꯝꯊꯕ ꯃꯥꯟ ꯇꯥꯔꯒꯁꯨ ꯀꯥꯆꯤꯟ ꯀꯣꯌꯥꯗ ꯆꯤꯡꯗ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯈꯔ ꯃꯄꯥꯟ ꯏꯝꯐꯥꯜꯗꯒꯤ ꯈꯔ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯣꯛꯈꯤꯕ ꯖꯒꯥꯗ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯀꯞꯅꯕ ꯂꯦꯞꯇꯦꯕ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯑꯣꯏꯇꯥꯔꯗꯤ ꯑꯃꯤꯠ ꯁꯥꯍ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯝꯕꯒꯤ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯟ ꯑꯥꯔꯃꯤ ꯊꯝꯕꯒꯤ ꯑꯁꯥꯝ ꯔꯥꯏꯐꯜ ꯊꯝꯕꯒꯤ ꯋꯥꯍꯟꯊꯣꯛꯁꯦ ꯀꯔꯤꯅꯣꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯔꯤꯁꯣꯔꯁ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯃ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯗ ꯆꯥꯅꯕ ꯆꯤꯟꯖꯥꯛ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯒ ꯁꯤꯌꯥꯔꯤꯡ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯂꯦꯟ ꯔꯤꯁꯣꯔꯁ ꯁꯤꯌꯥꯔꯤꯡ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯁꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯄꯥꯝꯃꯛꯇ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯃꯣꯏꯗꯣ ꯍꯟꯕꯤꯈ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯏꯔꯥꯡꯁꯦ ꯀꯟꯇ꯭ꯔꯣꯜ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯉꯝꯕꯤꯔꯣꯏꯗꯕ ꯑꯣꯏꯇꯥꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯑꯥꯎꯟ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯦꯠꯀꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯄꯦꯟꯗꯦꯟꯠ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯑꯃꯅ ꯂꯩꯉꯥꯛꯁꯤꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯗꯤꯁꯤꯖꯟ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯧꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯁꯤꯒꯤꯁꯤ ꯃꯇꯝ ꯄꯨꯝꯕꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯁꯁꯇꯦꯅꯦꯕꯜ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯁꯣꯂꯨꯁꯟ ꯑꯃ ꯄꯨꯔꯛꯄꯗꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯑꯁꯥꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯗꯤꯃꯥꯟ ꯇꯧꯔꯤꯁꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯨꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯅ ꯆꯍꯤ 13 ꯁꯔꯃꯤꯂꯥꯅ ꯆꯔꯥꯏ ꯍꯦꯜꯂꯒ ꯗꯤꯃꯥꯟ ꯇꯧꯔꯝꯃꯤꯁꯤ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯐꯥꯎꯕꯗ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯗꯤꯃꯥꯟꯁꯦ ꯄꯤꯗꯗꯅ ꯂꯧꯊꯣꯛꯇꯅ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯁꯦ ꯑꯞꯐꯥ ꯆꯠꯅꯔꯤꯕ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯒꯤ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯦꯠꯅꯤ ꯆꯤꯡꯒꯤ ꯂꯝ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯒꯤ ꯇꯝꯄꯥꯛ ꯈꯔꯗꯒꯤ ꯂꯧꯊꯣꯛꯈ꯭ꯔꯁꯨ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯑꯞꯐꯥ ꯆꯠꯅꯔꯤꯕ ꯃꯐꯝꯗꯨꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯀꯨꯀꯤꯒꯤ ꯁꯨ ꯃꯤꯂꯤꯇꯦꯟꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯁꯨꯒꯤ ꯈꯨꯌꯦꯛ ꯄꯤꯅꯔꯤꯕ ꯃꯤꯂꯤꯇꯦꯟꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯅ ꯑꯞꯐꯥ ꯂꯩꯅ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯈꯨꯠꯂꯥꯏ ꯐꯣꯡꯅ ꯄꯥꯏꯔꯒ ꯀꯦꯝꯞꯀꯤ ꯋꯥꯡꯃꯗ ꯃꯤꯆꯝ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯖꯥꯗ ꯊ꯭ꯔꯤꯇꯟ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯌꯨꯝ ꯃꯩ ꯊꯥꯕ ꯃꯤꯉꯣꯟꯗ ꯗꯥꯏꯔꯦꯛ ꯅꯣꯡꯃꯩꯅ ꯀꯥꯞꯄꯒ ꯃꯤ ꯍꯥꯠꯄ ꯁꯤꯁꯦ ꯑꯞꯐꯥ ꯆꯂꯥꯏꯔꯤꯕ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯟ ꯑꯥꯔꯃꯤ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯁꯥꯝ ꯔꯥꯏꯐꯜ ꯃꯣꯏꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯅ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯒ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯁꯦ ꯀꯔꯤꯅꯣ ꯃꯅꯨꯡꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯍꯤꯖꯟ ꯑꯦꯖꯦꯟꯗꯥꯗꯩ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯑꯞꯐꯥꯒꯤ ꯃꯔꯨꯝꯗ ꯑꯞꯐꯥ ꯂꯩꯅ ꯁꯨꯒꯤ ꯃꯤꯂꯤꯇꯦꯟꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯅ ꯇꯧꯕꯗ ꯈꯨꯁꯤꯔꯥꯁꯤ ꯄꯤꯔꯤꯕ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯃꯤꯆꯝ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯖꯥ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯇꯦꯛ ꯇꯧꯗ꯭ꯔꯤꯕ ꯃꯁꯤꯁꯦ ꯑꯊꯨꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥ ꯒꯚꯔꯟꯃꯦꯟꯠꯅ ꯑꯃꯗꯤ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯦꯠꯅ ꯃꯤꯠꯌꯦꯡ ꯆꯪꯕꯤꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯋꯥꯔꯣꯏꯁꯤꯟꯁꯦ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯊꯨꯅ ꯄꯨꯔꯛꯄꯤꯌꯨ ꯁꯤꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯄꯥꯝꯃꯤ